Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about my love life, the non-existing love life that I have. Yeah, I've been wondering why I can't feel love anymore in the way that I used to. I used to love very deeply and very truly, and I feel like that's not working anymore. I can't feel that. I do have like fast crushes here and there, but it's very hard for me to feel that deep, true love and to feel that spark that people like talk about. Yeah, it's really hard for me to love people and accept that they love me, especially in like relationship environments. Friendships do work, and I have worked a lot because I used to be a little bit insecure because my relationships at the time kept conditioning me that I wasn't good enough and that I didn't have any friends, and they like separated me from my friends. So that made me really insecure and that I wasn't able to be loved by anybody else. I feel like I worked on that. Like right now, all the friends I have are really great. I love them all to death. Like, shout out to y'all, I love y'all. Yeah, so I had some time to work on that and deal with that, and I feel like I'm in a really good place, friendship wise. If something doesn't work out for me or you're not a great friend, I am very fast now to be able to like leave you. And not just to protect myself. It's not like a dramatic fight. Well, with one person it was a dramatic fight, but that was completely on them because they kept being dramatic about everything and they had a lot of problems themselves that they need to work on. So once they fix that, I think they're a fine person. But anyways, usually I just leave in silence and everything is fine. So now I just have this great friend group with all people that I want there and that I know have my back. And sometimes they can't have my back because they have their own problems, and that's completely fine. They communicate. Everything is good. So I learned a whole lot. But since I've been through so much trauma in the love department, like relationship wise, and I haven't had a new relationship, it is very hard for me to have worked on that, since if you're not in it, you cannot work on it. I don't know, in those last two very bad ones, like I've been conditioned to be addicted to their love because they kept love bombing me and then pulling away and giving me nothing again. And then as soon as I was thinking of leaving, they would love bomb me again and then pull me back in and then give me nothing again. And it was this whole thing time and time again. Like the spark that was there was more like thinking about them all the time because I lived in fear all the time. I lived in fear like they're gonna leave me any second if I do this or if I do that, because they conditioned me that they were going to, or they got mad when I did something completely normal, or they did something wrong and then shifted all the blame on me. And then I was like, they're right. I am the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem, it's me. So yeah, that made me like believe all of that. And since they took away all my friends, it was so hard to like not see what was happening. So yeah, basically abuse. Basically mental abuse. It's normal for me to not know what real love is and how to navigate. I've only had one partner after those two really bad ones. I had one date and then a couple of dates with this person and then being together with this person. So one separate date, and that went horribly wrong because I saw my ex. So yeah, I'm not the best person to date, but that's fine. I'm okay. So yeah, I had one separate date that went terribly wrong because I saw my ex, and then a couple of dates with this person, and then we got together. And I think we went a little too fast. We went a little too fast because I myself have a lot of problems due to trauma. She was doing all the right things, but she made me think of me in an abusive relationship. Like she gave me a lot of gifts, which I appreciate highly, highly. She gave me a lot of time, wanted to see me all the time, which is great. And that made me a bit afraid, because if I said no, she got sad. And that was how I reacted when I was being love bombed and they said no. And so, I don't know, I got afraid that I was being toxic, and I just saw a lot of myself in her when I was a victim. So I did not want to do that to her. And it's really hard in here. I don't know how to explain it, because I know I wasn't being toxic. Like, I also gave her a lot of time and tried to do what I could, give her also some gifts, and when we were together everything was fine. We had a lot of fun, and it's not like I didn't want to see her again. So I told her hey, I would like to take some steps back, because I myself cannot deal with myself. Because yeah, when do I have time to work on this when I'm not in a relationship? But this relationship made me so afraid. The girl I was dating did not deserve to be treated badly in any way, and I didn't want her to be anxious with me, or be anxious that she was gonna lose me, and so I left. I see the flaw in that, but yeah, I rather than leave than you constantly feeling like I'm going to leave and not having the security. I want to be able to give that security, and I was not able to give that security, if that makes sense, because I am a little too unstable on that part. I made so much progress. I'm doing completely fine, except for love, that I haven't figured out yet, and I would love to, but I have no clue how it works. So yeah, I'm really sorry to that girl, but I think it was the best option, because I feel like with me she would be anxious all the time. Yeah, and I just don't want to do that. I've been that person, and I don't want to do that to anybody else. I think that makes sense. So I tried to tell her that nicely, and then she got very upset, which I also get. That's a normal reaction, but now she doesn't want to talk, and that hurts me as well. But I also get it, because she didn't see it coming, I think. I didn't see it coming as well, but I was So I'm really sorry. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it is better this way. But I would still like to hang with you. It's not like I hate you or don't want to see you, or it's just I need to work on me, because I am still effed up because of other people. So yes, I'm sorry. I have to unlearn a lot of survival behavior. I need to do that, because otherwise it will never work out between me and anyone. But I also don't think I want that right now. Doing so fine on my own. I'm traveling, I'm working on my art, I'm working on this, I'm writing my book, I'm doing so much that I couldn't do when I was so depressed. So I'm super happy with my own company, and I'm not searching for anybody right now. You never know when someone crosses your path, and I do want to be able to work on that for if that someone ever shows up. But yeah, I'm just afraid if that person does show up, I don't know how to navigate relationships that aren't toxic. I don't know, I've just been through so much that I try to make the right decision, even if the other party doesn't see it as the right decision and sees it as harsh rejectment. It's not that, it's more like protection. But I get why it doesn't feel that way for the other party sometimes. I also had a bunch of friends that no, I had a couple of friends over the years, so many years, that fell in love with me, either during my healing phase or during my bad relationships or after I had to reject some of them, and some took it very well and we're still friends and we're vibing and stuff. And they're like, okay, that's your decision. If you don't want to be with anyone, that's fine. Someone else took it good as well. They were like, okay, that's fine. But then I did fall in love with another person, and then they thought I like left him for that person. Well, that wasn't true. They said yes to everything I said, and that was unhealthy. That was giving me a lot of power I didn't deserve, and that was making them do things they wouldn't necessarily say yes to if it wasn't for me. Like, not that I forced them to do anything, don't worry, it was not like that, but I just noticed that they wouldn't have said yes to certain things, like a party or whatever, you know, those type of things, like a party at your house. And they said yes because it was me, I think, but not because they wanted that. So yeah, I felt like if that was gonna continue for a really long time, that it would become very unhealthy and a very weird power dynamic, and I didn't want that. So I felt like it was so much better for me to leave in that situation. Yeah, the timing was just fucked because they confessed, and then I started noticing that behavior while I was falling in love with somebody else. And I'm also really sorry to that person. So if you are watching, I don't think you are. I saw them like a couple months ago, and they looked really, really mad at me, which I get, because I think that they think it was like a bitchy thing, like, oh, I'm just gonna leave them for this person. That wasn't the case. It was more like protection for themselves. Well, protection from me, so they are safe. I like didn't want to hurt them. So the best thing to do was to hurt them a little bit less than to stay and hurt them really much. I don't know if that makes sense. I think about this a lot because I always feel like the bad guy while trying to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, I always feel like it's perceived differently than I intended, because really when I leave, most of the times it's not at all to hurt somebody. Not at all. There was just one person that I needed to hurt a little bit for their own good, to make them realize something. But yeah, I do these things for them to be better in life. It gets perceived in another way, and I get that. But I just hope they realize one day that it's for their own good. Everything I do is with the intent of it being better that way. I have never, because one of those two exes, his intent was definitely to hurt and definitely to see with what he could get away. His intent was just evil, deep-rooted evil. The other one was just plain stupid, just didn't know what he was doing and just cared about himself. But the other one was plain evil and did it with the intent to hurt people. And I don't understand how anyone can be like that, because I always think, if I do this, what is gonna happen and how will the other person feel. So like with the last person, the girl, I didn't think she would take it that hard, because I was really open and honest and told her that it was plainly because of me. And I said it really soon. As soon as I realized that, I said it. So I also didn't keep her wrapped around my fingers for months. I tried to be as honest as possible, as soon as possible, for it to not be that bad. Because in my head I was like, okay, we'll talk about it. It will take a couple of days to like process, and then talk about it again, and then taking a few steps back and like keep talking. But she took that really differently, and that is completely in her right. It's completely fine. I get that. I just didn't calculate that consequence to my action. I don't know. I feel like I'm hyper self-aware sometimes, and it's really hard in here. I don't know. I don't know what the point is of this video either. I just wanted to talk about that once. I just wanted to come on here and like speak my mind for once. and not like tiptoe around the topic. So this was me being really honest. I don't think I've ever been in true love where I wasn't unconsciously being manipulated, or where I wasn't in love with the idea instead of the person. And I want that to change at some point, but right now I'm good. I'm really good on my own, but I do want to work on that, but I don't know if now is the right time. So I'm sorry if I hurt people in the process. And sometimes I also think, whatever, people hurt me on purpose, but I can't bring myself to do that on purpose. Sometimes I want to be a bad person, sometimes it could be necessary, but I just can't do it. I just can't. I tried to be a bitch once, didn't work out. I think I will wrap up this video. It was like a brain dump about love and what I can't do in life. And I'm incapable of a lot of stuff. I don't think relationships are for me for now. Maybe later. Who knows? I just want to say that I'm grateful for all the people that have been on my path. And for the people I've hurt, I'm also grateful for you. Most of y'all have had a great part in my life. And I'm sorry I hurt you. It was for your own good, and I hope you are doing better now because of that decision. I hope you have met new people that match better with you, and I just hope you're doing fine. I also would like apologies from the two people that hurt me really, really bad, but I will never get that. One of them is just a selfish asshole who doesn't care about anybody but himself. But I hear he has changed, and I would like to believe that, but I still haven't gotten any form of apology. And just, I hear the blame is still on me for everything he did to me. So sure, fuck off, would you? So yeah, I stopped caring, and I will probably never get that apology, even though I deserve one and he owes me one. But yeah, some people are just plain assholes and don't realize what they've done to a person. So yeah, if you also see this, because I know you're stalking me a little bit, I just would like a sorry and that you know what you've done. Thanks. And for the other one, he knows what he's done. And he will never apologize because he's incapable of feeling anything other than excitement and anger. So yeah, don't even come to me, don't even apologize. However, I would like apologies from his family. They haven't done anything wrong until I reacted to what their son did to me, and then suddenly I was the bad guy. I still don't get that, but he probably told him some lies, so they probably don't have the whole story and think I'm the bad guy because he made it seem like that. I don't know, because of my autism I have a hard time with not getting an apology where I am owed one, and I have a hard time with people not accepting my apologies, because when I apologize it's very honest, and I do know where I am wrong and where I'm not wrong, so I apologize for the things I'm doing, and I try to understand the other people's point of view always. Okay, I will wrap it up for now, for real, because my battery is dying anyways. I hope people relate to this, because I don't know, I feel like nobody understands the way my brain works, but I'm sure there is people on this planet who feel like I feel. Okay, my camera literally died as soon as I wanted to say bye, so goodbye. Watch my last video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Engage in the comments if you like. And thank you so much for watching. Goodbye!